Can you imagine spending $7 billion on an airport, only for it to sit empty for nearly a decade after it was supposed to open? It's one of the biggest fails in history. Today we're counting down the top 10 most insane mega-project flops. Bridges that literally tore themselves apart in the wind, cars that cost companies billions, a music festival that became a legendary disaster, unlimited money, genius engineers, massive hype, but they still crashed and burned. I'll show you how it all went wrong. This is a countdown of pure chaos and failure. If you love seeing what happens when big dreams meet bigger disasters, hit that subscribe button right now. We go from a bridge that couldn't handle a little wind to a futuristic supercar that bankrupted its creator, all the way to that $7 billion airport. Each story is crazier than the last. The amount of money wasted will blow your mind. We'll break down every mistake, every dollar lost, and every lesson learned. 10 insane stories. Let's not waste another second. First up, number 10, the Ryugyong Hotel. Let's get into it. Pyongyang's 105-story enigma, the Ryugyong Hotel, aka the Hotel of Doom. A razor-sharp pyramid stabbing the skyline, dreamed up in the late 1980s as a prestige flex to dazzle the world. Crews rushed the frame skyward, cranes, rebar, formwork. But then the Soviet Union collapsed, the money dried up, the project flatlined. For years this colossal shell loomed over the city. No windows, no rooms, no lights, just raw, wind-whistling concrete and empty elevator shafts. Decades later, a sleek glass skin wrapped the pyramid, promising a comeback, but behind the mirror finish, most of it still sits dark. Funding gaps, questionable build quality, power, water, HVAC issues, and 100-plus floors of elevators never truly got solved. And even if they did, who's checking in? In a closed economy with limited tourism, demand never matched the dream. The result? A monument to sunk costs and propaganda over practicality, a mega project built to impress, that ended up impressing no one. From gleaming ambition to ghostly silhouette, the Hotel of Doom is the world's tallest what-if. Number 9. Montreal's Moonshot. A futuristic Olympic stadium crowned by a leaning tower sketched by architect Roger Taillibert to wow the world. Curves, cantilevers, a cable-suspended roof, a sculptural statement in concrete and steel. Then reality hit. Construction delays piled up, labor disputes froze sites, prefab pieces didn't fit. The design's complexity chewed time and money. When the games opened in 1976, the roof, the star feature, wasn't even ready. Events went on under open sky, costs exploded, from a few $100 million to several billion in today's dollars. The city plugged the hole with a special tobacco tax as the Big O became the Big O. A simple graph tells the story. Up and up and up. The roof, decades of headaches, membranes tore, cables failed, leaks, closures, repairs and replacements. A maintenance money pit. 1980s, 90s, 2000s. Montreal finally stamped paid on the Olympic debt in 2006, 30 years after the flame went out. The reputation hit lingered even longer. Lesson learned? Iconic design without realistic budgets, schedules and maintenance plans turns a showpiece into a fiscal sinkhole. Montreal wanted a landmark, it got a cautionary tale. Number 8. The bridge that danced itself to death. Galloping Gertie. Imagine you've just built the third longest suspension bridge in the entire world. A masterpiece of modern engineering. A sleek, slender ribbon of steel and concrete. The engineers were proud and overconfident. Warnings about a wobbly design were ignored. From day one, even a light breeze made the road deck ripple. People nicknamed it Galloping Gertie. It was a tourist attraction and a ticking time bomb. On November 7, 1940, a 40-mile-per-hour breeze became a disaster. Ripples grew bigger and bigger. Then the deck began twisting violently. One side lifting, the other dropping. Steel cables snapped like cannon shots as the forces overwhelmed the structure. A 600-foot center span tore free and plunged into the water. Tragically, the only casualty was a dog, Tubby. Engineers saved weight but forgot the power of the wind. Aeroelastic flutter turned the deck into an airfoil. The collapse, caught on film, humiliated its designers and shocked the world. Every long-span bridge since, from the Golden Gate to Asia's Giants, is tested for aerodynamic stability. This multi-million-dollar flop made future bridges safer. The ghost of Galloping Gertie forced engineers to respect nature, a costly lesson that reshaped engineering forever. Number 7. The $4 billion car nobody wanted. In the 1950s, Ford was on top of the world, an unstoppable giant. They poured what's nearly $4 billion today into a revolutionary new brand. A year of hype, massive ads, the Edsel was coming. But on E-Day, the public was confused. That polarizing grille became a punchline. Pricier than a Ford, not as luxurious as a Lincoln or Mercury, and it didn't fit any segment. A recession hit, buyers wanted smaller, efficient cars. The Edsel was the opposite. Built alongside other models, assembly confusion caused defects straight off the line. Ford predicted 200,000 in year one, sold 63,000. The public hated it. It became a symbol of arrogance and misreading the market. After 2 years and 3 model years, Ford pulled the plug. Estimated losses, $250 million then, about $2.5 billion today. A textbook cautionary tale. No amount of hype can save a product people don't want. Number 6, the supercar dream that crashed and burned. John DeLorean, brilliant engineer, charismatic GM executive, wanted an ethical, safe, futuristic sports car. He left GM to build the DMC-12, stainless body, iconic gull-wing doors, a sci-fi statement. Funded with over £100 million to create jobs in Northern Ireland, pressure was immense. Rushed re-engineering and corners cut to meet deadlines compromised the vision. Cars rolled out in 1981 with quality problems. Doors leaked, electronics failed, stainless was hard to repair, underpowered and expensive. For the money, faster, more reliable options beckoned. Warehouses and fields filled with unsold DeLoreans. Desperate, DeLorean was caught in an FBI sting in 1982. He was later acquitted, but the damage was done. The company collapsed after about 9,000 cars, then Hollywood made it a legend. Not for what it was, but for what it represented. The future. Number 5, the plane that flew too fast for profit. Imagine New York to London in under 3.5 hours. For 27 years, Concorde made it real. A supersonic icon with a drooping nose and powerful engines, you could see Earth's curvature from your seat. A British-French marvel and symbol of national pride. But costs were astronomical. Airlines initially lined up orders, then oil prices soared. Concorde was incredibly thirsty. Sonic booms led to overland bans killing most routes. Only 20 built, 14 in service with British Airways and Air France. Tickets cost a fortune. Celebrities and CEOs loved it. Profits didn't. A 2000 crash caused by runway debris shattered confidence. After 9/11's, premium demand fell. In 2003, both airlines retired Concorde. A stunning technological success but a commercial failure. Number 4, the plane that was grounded by a single flaw. The Boeing 737 MAX, a workhorse, faced Airbus's fuel-efficient rival. Bigger engines on the old frame changed aerodynamics. Risk of nose up and stall. Boeing added MCAS to push the nose down automatically, downplayed it in manuals and training. In 2018, a faulty sensor fed MCAS bad data. The system forced the nose down repeatedly. Pilots unaware of MCAS fought their own airplane, 189 lives lost. Boeing issued guidance, kept flying. 5 months later, a near-identical tragedy took 157 more lives. The world grounded nearly 400 Boeing 737 MAX aircrafts within days. Findings: speed over safety, weak oversight, and a hidden flaw. 20 months grounded, over $20 billion in fines, compensation, and losses. A tragic reminder, there are no shortcuts in safety. Number 3. The luxury festival that became a meme. A mysterious orange tile flooded Instagram, an ultra-luxury festival called Fyre. Promises of private islands, gourmet meals, luxury villas, and major artists. Tickets cost thousands, VIPs paid 6 figures. But the fantasy was undeliverable, and built on lies. Instead of villas, a chaotic, muddy campsite. Leftover disaster relief tents, no staff, no organization. The gourmet catering, 2 slices of bread and a slice of processed cheese. As night fell, no electricity, no water, stranded guests. Social media detonated, evacuations, $100 million in lawsuits, and an FBI case. Billy McFarland, the founder and CEO of Fyre Media, was sentenced to 6 years in federal prison for fraud. Fyre became the ultimate style over substance cautionary tale. Number 2, the $7 billion airport that took 14 years. Reunified Berlin planned a single ultra-modern airport, closing its older fields, Berlin Brandenburg BER. Built from 2006 with a €2 billion budget, opening October 2011. Weeks before opening, everything was called off. The fire safety system didn't work. A complex, poorly designed system tried to pull smoke downward, against physics, and failed. A new date was set. Then inspectors uncovered a horror show. 150,000 defects, tangled wiring and misrouted cables. Check-in counters too short, escalators the wrong size, lights that couldn't be switched off. Opening dates were announced and cancelled year after year. Corruption scandals, leadership churn, and bribery tainted the project. The empty airport cost millions per month just to maintain. Budget ballooned from 2 to over 7 billion euros. For years, only empty trains ran to keep air circulating in the deserted station. The original planner went bankrupt. The authority took over, even door numbering confused emergency crews. After 9 years of delays, BER quietly opened on October 31, 2020, mid-pandemic. No grand ceremony, a national embarrassment, a decade-long multi-billion-dollar lesson in bureaucracy, poor management, and arrogance. Number 1. The Mega Airport project in Mexico City, known as the New International Airport of Mexico or the Texcoco Airport, was cancelled in 2018 while it was partially built. The cancellation, led by then-President-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador, followed a widely criticized public referendum. The decision ended a project that was plagued by accusations of corruption, cost overruns, and environmental concerns. From the start, it was audacious. A 13-plus billion Norman Foster-designed mega-hub on the Texcoco lakebed, meant to replace overcrowded mechs. One sweeping X-shaped terminal, 6 runways in phases, a new national gateway. Construction began in 2014. Renderings became reality. A vast steel roof grid rising, runways graded, massive soil remediation to tame soft sinking clays. But backlash swelled, spiraling costs, opaque contracts, environmental risks, relentless subsidence. Then 2018, a referendum, a new government, and a shock decision, cancelled at roughly 30% complete. The cancellation was abrupt, leaving significant financial and logistical consequences. Audits estimated the cost of the cancellation to be in the billions of dollars, covering contractual obligations and bond payments. Instead of the Texcoco project, the president pursued his alternative plan for a 3-airport system. He directed the military to convert the Santa Lucia Air Force Base into the new Felipe Angeles International Airport. The new airport opened in March 2022, is farther from Mexico City, and is intended to work alongside the existing Benito Juarez Airport and the airport in Toluca. The unfinished construction site at Lake Texcoco is being converted into the Lake Texcoco Ecological Park, an environmental restoration project. The lesson is blunt. Governance, geology, public consensus matter as much as bold architecture. Ignore them, and even the grandest airport never takes off. And there you have it. 10 massive dreams that ended in even bigger failure. Sometimes a single bad idea, a bit of arrogance, or terrible timing can sink everything. Which megaflop surprised you most? The Fyre cheese sandwich, the DeLorean saga, or Berlin's airport? Comment below. Smash like and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. It really helps the channel. Want the flip side? The mega projects that actually succeeded? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.